Hello everyone, this is Zelx here, and I think you heard my intro way too many times in the past 20 minutes, 1 hour, 1 day. I don't know whenever you're watching this video, but yes, I'm doing card reviews. I'm trying to speed things up because I'm on a time limit. And today, right now, well, right here, we are doing Bloodcraft. First up, Chaotic Chimera, 12 mana, 6/6 fusion cards. Whenever cards are fused, it's subtract 3 from the cost, only fuse if Wrath is active. Basically, this is a Wrath, a support, finisher, hybrid, or whatever you think it is. But I think more or less it's just a way for you to do more damage. Because why? It has Ward, deal 6 to all enemies, restore 6 to your leader, and draw 3 cards. How ideally when can you get this active? Because usually as a Wrath deck, you can get it active on turn 4, you can fuse this on turn 4 immediately, fuse on turn 5, fuse on turn 6, and you'll be a 3 play point, deal 6, restore 6, draw 3, which is pretty decent. And you can even combo this with Diablo's Hedonic for her to go face for even more damage, going face for like 6 plus another Chaotic Chimera, which is another 6. And then if you have more Chaotic Chimeras in your hand, you can start fusing them as well. I haven't actually calculated how the hand size will actually work with this. You do go -3 in hand size, but knowing Ra, they usually have a lot of card draw. I won't be afraid for you. So definitely, because looking at that, knowing that Wrath will definitely be good, I will give this a 4.5 star card. Next up, Mono Garnet Challenger 2/2/2. Machina, if allied followers have evolved at least 5 times this match, because Garnet released in your hand, can be evolved using evolve points. Evolve is a 2/6/6 storm. If any allied follower has evolved at least 10 times, all other evolved allied followers get storm. And what is Garnet released? 2 mana evolve or unevolved allied Machina followers. So basically, you need to spend 4 mana to evolve Mono herself. Unfortunately, evaluating Mono by herself is really difficult, so I'm going to come back to her later after I've looked through all the other cards. Next one is 10 mana Grasping Spider, 5/10, Crystallize 2, Countdown 3, banish 2 random cards from your deck, and if you have 10 or less cards in your deck, subtract 2 from this card's countdown. And last word is summons a Grasping Spider. Basically, and when it comes into play, all enemy followers cannot attack until the end of your opponent's turn, and the Grasping Spider gets -X equal to the number of cards in your deck -10. So basically, if this pops before turn, before you have 20 cards or 20 cards left in 10, it instantly kills itself upon entering play. This is really funny. But okay, so let's say it's obviously under 10 support. I don't need to elaborate on that. You guys know it, I know it, and even someone that doesn't play Shadowverse know it. Maybe not, I'm kidding. But let's say you crystallize this on 2, and what's the size do you want to expect it by the time it pops? If you play Narc by the turn 5, it will pop on turn 5. Yeah, it will pop on turn 5. So by turn 5, you should expect yourself to be around 15 cards left in deck, so this is essentially a 0/5. It's useless. It's the most mundane last U10 support, and I don't even understand why it's here. Like, okay, yeah, you lock your opponents for 1 turn. Actually, nowadays, looking at the current meta cards, right, a lot of them are actually very board based, as with the exception of 1, which is Tetra Rune is spell based, Dragon is Valdane based, Shadow is board based, Sword is board based, and then what's the Forest is combo based. So Grasping Spiders only counters like 2 of the decks, and then it does help you accelerate your U10. So you're not that unhappy playing it, but I think you'll be pretty unhappy when it pops and it's only a 0/5. Yeah, you won't be very happy with that. But even a 0/5 can still have destroy followers with his Bane, I guess. What other thing you do is there to talk about this guy? Nothing, except for the fact that this can be very easily telegraphed if your opponent literally has a full board. If they see Grasping Spider coming down for like countdown 1, you already know they're not gonna commit to a full board, because they're not idiots. They can see this card. This card would be physically an amulet on the field. Like, unless, okay, you can pray to the high heavens, you can play this card and your opponent floods the board for whatever god knows reasons. Like I don't know, I actually cannot think of a reason why they'll flood the board after seeing you play this, but they could do that. And then this pops and then they cry, but realistically, look, how often is that gonna happen? So for now, I think just because it's a U10 support 3/5, let's move on. Hypodemic Devil, 2 mana, 2/2. If followers have evolved 3 times, gain drain, evolve for 0 points. That's really good because of the evolve effect, which basically gives summons an assembly drop and give it storm. And if you don't realize already, mono, this is a Machina follower, so mono can evolve it for free with Garnet release. But and that immediately put this as a 4-star card. I don't need to talk about it further because I'm trying to speedrun this. And so Garnet Rondo 5 play point, deal 4 to all enemy followers, draw 2 cards, okay. Vengeance Wrath active for you, deal 4, restore 4, draw, recover 2. Basically, you get Wrath active, this is a 3 mana, deal 4, draw 2, heal 4, deal 4, and that is pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, that's actually really sick. Especially for 3 play points, you're getting so much effects. 3 man deal 4 is a little bit expensive, but you're recovering your hand cards, you're healing yourself. Maybe for Wrath, a more control build, you will run Garnet Rondo, but from memory right now, Wrath is actually very aggressive. Diablo Sidone and also the whoever the demon is called, Devil, I forgot the guy already, Cultic Chimera is called. That's why it's called. It's also a very aggressive card. I probably don't think you will be running Garnet Rondo, and you'll definitely not be running this in Vengeance because it restores defense to you. Will you run this as a finisher? You know what? Actually, change your mind. You maybe run this as a one-off just in case. Just in case you need like the ball wipe. You know, just in case. I say. But yeah. So right now, I'll say it's as a niche card, 2 upon 5. Let's move on. Next one, Nightmaker, 4 mana, 3/3, put assembly draw into your hand, 7, enhance 7 against Storm, evolve this follower. Whenever an assembly draw comes into play, evolve it. Whenever evolve is the same thing. This card is bad. Why? It's a 4 mana, 3/3, do nothing. That's my entire reasoning. 4 mana, 3/3, do nothing is bad. You rather do something better. It literally does nothing. It doesn't even reduce this to 0 there, so you can play and evolve it immediately. It's the 4 mana, 3/3, do nothing. I mean, it's better if you're going on turn 5, you play and then you can play the assembly draw immediately and evolves, but like, you can do better than that. Let's move on. So what's my verdict on this? 1 upon 5. I don't think you will see play. Next up, Dice Devil, 2/3/2. Amazing aggressive stat line at the start of end of your turn, deal 1 to your leader. Okay, that's good. At the start of your turn, if Wrath is active for you, restore X to your leader. X equals a random number between 1 and 6. ING, okay. At the end of your turn, deal 1, and Y equals a number between 4 and 6. This is literally just a good card with upsides. There's nothing more to it. 2/3/2, that's good. Good stat lines. Wrath, heal. You're not losing. You don't lose with this card. 5 upon 5, there's no reason you don't run this card. This card is absolutely nuts. It's a must kill. If your opponent doesn't kill this, you're getting so much value and your opponent's gonna get run over. This is nuts, actually. I'm not kidding. If this draws a card, this just became a 10 upon 5 card for Wrath. For Blood. Next up, Red Hot Gossip. Deal 3. Put random Machina for attack into your hand. It's a Machina card as well. If follower has evolved 3 times. 5 times deal 3 to M leader is 7 times, recover 1. 5 times easy, 7 times is also pretty easy. Especially with all the mono and all the little assembly droids you can summon. Definitely not that bad. 2 mana deal 3 is decent. I'm not sure if there's something else I should be looking forward to, but I mean, it's tutor, is draw 1, is 2, is deal 3. I think it's good enough, solid 3, and eventually it does have a late game payoff, you know. I'll even push it to a 4 because it's a 1 mana deal 3. So it's a 4-star card. Next up, Metallic Bat, 1/1/1 Machina during turn. Whenever defense is restored to your leader, evolve this solo. This card is bastard, it's nuts, and it's an absolutely must run in Machina Blood right now, and therefore this is a 5 upon 5-star card. And if it's any reason that Machina Blood is good, it's because of this card. And yes, and that by extension makes mono a 5 upon 5-star card, because that means you with this card you can evolve on turn 2. You can, if you're lucky, this card survives, you can evolve on turn 3 and turn 4. Oh my god, you can do Lien and Alfie on turn 2, and then Metallic Bat on turn 3, and then you get 2 evolves, and then you can get the last 3 evolves active by on turn 5, ideally with your Hypodermic Devil and some other cards that also evolve when allied follower evolves, and then get 5 active by then. Turn 6 you can mono and play get some guys going, some little dudes going, and then Garnet release, and then turn 7 you invoke all your all your guys from the, you get Ruler of Destruction on that, evolve that, play. You actually don't need to play the 1 mana 5/5, which because you don't involve non-Machina follower. You play a bunch of Machina followers. You play a mono. You Garnet Rondo. You got Garnet release, and you go face for a ton of damage for usually lethal. You know what? Evolve Blood, Machina Blood is cooking. That's our Weapon Tamer 1/1/2. Put someone in the hand, deal 1 to your leader. That's good enough already. That's 1/1. That's a literally just a net 0 ping. Whenever ally follow with 1 comes into play, give it rush and deal 1 to the leader. That's really good. You basically, oh, that's just good. There's nothing more to this. It's just a rough activator. That's just good. That's our Vampire Cooper. No trade. And I'll turn deal 1 to leader. Basically, rough activator, good enough. That's it. I don't need to read any further. 2 mana ping 1. That's good enough. What other do we have? Strike deal 2 to all enemy followers. If Wrath is active, deal 4 instead. Oh, what if Wrath is not active? I'll be the mother of my son. But this is so good, and you also restore 4 to your leader. This is a 4/5 star card immediately. Like, I don't even need to read any further. This is just good enough. Next up, one reminder, 1 mana Machina card, countdown 1. If this card is fused with at least 1 card, add 1 to its countdown, and then I'll turn restore 1 to your leader. At the start of your turn, draw a card. Basically, 1 mana cycle through your hand. And then you can also play 2 metallic bags on turn 2 for 2 evolves instead of 1. Oh my god, because of 1 reminder. This card is nuts, and it will definitely, and the best synergy is actually with metallic bag. And it's also draw, so it's not bad at all in any circumstances. Therefore, it's at least a 4/5 star card. And that's basically for Bugcraft. You already know I'm very excited for Mono. Probably one of the world's coolest design. Metal Girls later, love the big sister energy from her. And I especially love her dynamic with Urias. But that is basically it for Blood. I think Mono Evolve Blood is definitely gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a very good deck actually, because I find it very solid. The Evolve package can usually click board control really well. And then we also had the previous Evolve packages that can use some support, and Mono just slips right in, no problemo. And Chimera is Wrath support, and Wrath is got a lot of good cards in this expansion, so Wrath Blood is definitely also coming back. Our Blood Blues are eating happy, except for U10 Blood, which is... But yeah. Anyways, that's the end of this section of the card review, and on the screen, the other card reviews should be popping up, so please do click on them, go and watch them as well if you're bored, if you're interested in knowing how I think, how I go and calculate, look at all of these cards, if you're interested in that at least. And also, if you're interested in more Shadowverse content, if you're new to the channel, do leave a like, leave a subscribe. My name is Zelx, I'm a Shadowverse content creator, and yes, signing off.